he's gonna gaslight you or she's gonna gaslight you. You're thinking like, oh, why can't you take a joke? Oh, now you're embarrassing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya. I post things from advice, self-improvement, all that kind of stuff bundled in one. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So acknowledging that there are so many red flags in relationships, I just wanted to tackle on 5. So one of the number 1 red flags in relationships that people often ignore because they're so in love, you know, all that kind of stuff, is when someone never initiates things in the relationship. You are always the one making up dates. You are the only one that's reminding them that you have a date with them, that you plan something with them. You are always texting first, calling first, everything. You bring it up. The important conversations that you need to have maybe before marriage, you're the one bringing that up. When you see yourself being that person, yeah, that's not, no, you should not, don't even. When someone's purposely not being intelligent enough to understand that they have a part to play in a relationship, they don't want to be in that relationship. And I know it's hard to hear, especially if you really feel like, yeah, sometimes they do something. No, they do not. You know, there's some things that, you know, that need to be 50-50. You need to, as an equal part of a relationship, you need to be able to create conversations, to at least put effort in that part, and not just let your partner do everything because, you know, you doing other stuff, you bring in the money. No, there are other things that you need to put effort in. So if you find yourself, if you are in a relationship where you're just putting in all the effort, or they are putting in the effort and you're not doing anything, you know deep down that you don't want to be in that relationship. So don't waste people's time and just get out of that. Don't waste your own time and get out of that. So watch out for that. If there's no effort being done, you know exactly what to do. You know what the situation is. Talk to them about it. And maybe sometimes people don't realize that. I don't believe that necessarily. I think that people know exactly what they're doing, because these are the same people, after you've broken up with them, then they go ahead and see someone for 2 months and they're doing every single thing that they never did for you. I've seen it in real life. I've literally seen that. It has happened to me where I was not, you know, the person I was with, the ex that I was with, never put any effort, and then after a few months they're with someone and they're doing every single thing that you wanted them to do. It happens. You're just not the right person. You're not it. And sometimes that's okay. It's a blessing in disguise. So, and another thing is that they view their exes as crazy, where they're always talking like, oh, all the exes are crazy. They were in the wrong. They did this to them. They are the victim. No, we are adults. We need to acknowledge, like, in as much as, you know, I sometimes, you know, think, oh yeah, my ex, I also, you know, think deep, like, okay, that was maybe my fault. Maybe if I did that a little better. So sometimes, you know, being in a relationship with someone that always blames other people, everything that happened that, you know, didn't go the way they wanted is other people's problems or other people's fault. So just be aware of that, because second, that's gonna be you. You know, they're gonna be talking bad about you where they actually made the mistake. So watch out for people like that are always, even not only just exes in general, but like even friendships, even family, you know, they are always the victim. You know, we play our part. Sometimes, yes, we are the victims, but sometimes there are contributing factors that we put in that contribute or ultimately make that result. So you want someone that's self-aware, that acknowledges their part in situations. So yeah, that's something to think about. And number 3, that is the obvious one, gaslighting. So if you don't know what that means, I'm just gonna put a definition right there. Basically just making someone blame themselves for something that you are doing to hurt them. Did we get what we said? Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, you tell your partner, okay, I don't like it when you call me, you know, names, and then they tell you that you can't take a joke. Like, they're always now you the one that feels insecure, like, okay, why aren't I as fun? Why don't I, you know, take jokes? Where they're not listening to what you're saying and they're turning it around on you, like you are the problem. Your reaction is not as it should be, you know. You should react this way, where they're just not acknowledging how you feel. So gaslighting, just, you know, they just don't acknowledge your feelings. It's always gonna come back to you how it's your fault. You are the reason why this is happening to you. So watch out for people like that and call them out for it. And number 4, I've seen this so much. I feel like I'm a good reader. Like, okay, I'm studying psychology. That's why I make this type of content. And it's something that I've just noticed a lot, as a psychologist, is when I see a couple, if I'm meeting someone for the first time, they're a couple, and then one of the couples is making fun of them or trying to make the other partner the joke or the butt of the joke each and every time, just constantly putting them down. That's always a red flag for me. That is always, and I can always see just from that something is not right. Something is not adding up. And usually after, they might break up or there's something big that happens. Watch out for that. Like, when just take note of that. Just a mental note. If you're like single and you're just here because you like me, when you see couples, you're around them, just watch if the guy or whatever the girl is always making fun of their spouse or like their partner, so everyone can laugh at them, and you can clearly see that their partner is uncomfortable. Like, this is not funny for them. Like, this is an example. I saw this. Oh, I'm sure they're not gonna watch this. I hope. But I was with this couple, right? And this guy was just trying to make his wife, she didn't want her hair wet, and was trying to push her into water. And you could see, like, she's saying no. She was always saying no, and she didn't look like she was joking. But he's being fun and stuff. And then he did, and you could see like this woman was not happy. And he was just like laughing, and other people were just like, haha, and I was like looking at her, I was like, girl, I know exactly like how that feels and how embarrassing it is, and how you have to keep up face so that people around don't see you guys fighting. Or like, if you do, get upset, real upset, he's gonna gaslight you or she's gonna gaslight you. You're thinking like, oh, why can't you take a joke? Oh, now you're embarrassing, us, our relationship, because, people think that, we fight a lot. But little things like that, I think that's just something to watch out for, and also don't be that person as well. Like, I know sometimes, you don't know what to say, when you are in the midst of people, but never make someone the butt of the joke, especially if it's your partner, if it's someone that's intimate to you. It's not fun for the other person. It's never fun. They might laugh it off and stuff and never even bring it up. But trust me, they didn't like that. No one ever likes that, especially if you say, no, don't do that, no. And then you continue doing that in front of people, and they're obligated now to, laugh about it, because, everyone else, they're not going to be the angry one and make things, sad and serious. So, yeah. And last but not least is when they treat service people or staff members really bad. You're in a restaurant, they don't care about, they're shouting at them, they don't tip very well, let's not talk about the money part, but like, they just generally treat people outside of your like family and people that they treat them really bad. Just understand that might be you one day, because these are the same people that only treat pretty people nicely, because I feel like they're deserving of that, and everyone else outside of that go to hell. And so just be careful of that. Just watch how they handle situations. If you're in a car, if something happens or they bump into, just watch how they're reacting to that. Those little things, they might be little, but they ultimately, make up a person and make up a big percentage of them that you will see later on. So don't ignore that. And if sometimes, I'm not saying like, if you see these things in people, break up with them immediately. I don't really believe in that. I feel like people can always learn, people can acknowledge, people can change. So I'm not saying like, okay, if they do that, off. No, I'm just saying like, acknowledge it, talk to them about it. If they're willing to change, then great, because people do that. There's some things I've been doing, and where I've been told like, hey, don't do that, and then I have changed. I've like, okay, wow, I didn't realize I was doing that. So communication, talk to them about these things if you're seeing these things, and obviously if it doesn't work out, you've saved yourself. But understand that not everyone really knows what they're doing, that they're hurting people or that they're making you uncomfortable. So speak up. I know it's hard to do, but try by all means to let them know that, hey, I don't like that. Hey, I don't think that's gonna improve our relationship. So Hope these tips were useful to you guys. I really enjoyed making this video. Yeah, if you're interested in more content like this, I'm sure I've been putting cards, and I've also in my description box videos that are similar to this that you can watch. So see you guys next time. Bye.